everyone. Welcome to Home Care Tips, where I decorate, where I clean for inspiration and motivation, where I share some of my favorite recipes, where I organize, and also where I share what's on my heart. Today, I would like to talk about finances and purpose. Why were you born? And do you need more finances in your life? Or do you know someone who needs more finances in their life? But before I start to share, I've got to share my new book. If you have been following me, this book here I was just reading, The Right Time by Danielle Steel, and it was a good book. It was an excellent book. Clean, about this young lady who just had a tough life. Really hard life, and she brings you through her ups and through her downs, but guess what, she ends up on top. Very good book and clean. So my next book that I'm going to read is also by Danielle Steel as well, and we'll see. Highly recommended. We'll see. And I'll get back to you as to whether or not I really feel it was a good book. I'm sure it is. Okay. Now let's talk about the topic at hand. I was asked to share this because I believe these are two of the most powerful teachings that we can have other than God. And that is money and why are we here? Why were we born? What is the point of life? And there's so many people that are struggling financially. And I believe they're tied together. Why you're here and your financial status. So, real quick, I'm going to hit it. And I'm going to share with you the secret, the key. So if you know anyone who does not know why they were born, struggling with life, or they're just not making ends meet, talented, hardworking people that just are not making enough money to be comfortable, share this video with them. Give them the key as well. So I want to begin by saying we were all, every single human being that was born by a woman, we were all created to be excellent at something. We're all a 10 at something. The struggle has been, it's our responsibility to find out what that purpose is. Why were you born? And the problem with that is we're all born with two purposes in life. And I can't wait to share the one about God. Okay? But I'm going to share today the one, how we function here on earth. What is our purpose? Because we all have two. God created us to be able to minister to other people, to bring them back to Him. And then He gave us also a purpose to make the world go round, so to speak. Doctors have a love for medicine and healing people and whatever it is in that practice. Police officers will lay their life down for their community. We can't all say that. Guess what? If it were up to me, that's not my gift. I was not called to do that. I would find it very challenging to lay my life down for my community because that was not my purpose in life. But soldiers and firemen and police officers and on and on, they all will lay their life down for justice or for what they're doing, whether it's fighting a battle or keeping crime off the streets. Whatever it is that we're all called to do to make the world go around, we were given the ability to do it. Let's just take a police officer, since I just mentioned that. Yes, a police officer, their purpose in life was to do just that very thing, because they're supporting gifts that would undergird the main purpose they all have. For example, let's use an analogy. I love using analogies so that we can better understand what I'm expressing. Let's use a police officer as an example. And let's look at a table as our analogy. This is the tabletop, okay? And we're going to say this is your purpose. But what we were given so that we can do our purpose in life was we've been given like legs. Like a table has 4 to hold it up. We were given gifts to hold up our main gift. So if we're going to use a police officer as an example, one of the gifts would be being able to lay their life down. Maybe another gift is being able to be in that heavy gear all day. Maybe another gift is wanting justice, wanting to clean up the streets, crime to go away, to make wrong things right. And I'm sure there's other gifts I'm aware of, but we're all given gifts, right, to hold up our main purpose. But what happens a lot of times is you take your purpose, which is a gift, you take, let's say, 4 gifts that undergird the main one, that gives you 5 gifts. But you got to figure out which one of these gifts is your purpose and which 4 undergird your purpose. Because if you go and your career ends up in one of these supporting gifts, then you won't be as successful and you won't be life fulfilling as you could be. So it's very important to figure that out, extremely important. And then once you figure out what your purpose is, this brings you to finances. Remember, money is a reward system. And if you tap into your purpose and educate yourself and work hard and know what your supporting gifts are to undergird your purpose, that will thrust you into an abundance. And you'll be successful financially. Is it that simple? Well, here's the thing. Being able to determine which is the gift and which is your purpose is the challenge, because we were using a police officer, for example. Okay, his purpose is a police officer, but let's say one of the gifts is you lay your life down for justice. This is just a gift. If you take this gift and put it up here, you lay your life down for what? Okay? You got crime. People in crime, they don't care if they die. So you gotta make sure the purpose is here and the gifts are down here. Well, how do you find what your purpose is? I tell you. What do you think about? What do you dream about? What are you passionate about? What do you see yourself doing? What would you love to do? These are all keys. Because what I just said, they're not going to be for the supporting gifts. What I just said, what do you think about all the time? What do you dream about all the time? What do you feel like you can do? What do you feel like you can be successful in? What would you love to do? Those will not fall here. That's for your purpose. So what you have to do, take a piece of paper. If you're not already successful in your career, and you really can, like say you're not too old to still, if you're retired, that's a whole nother thing. Say you're not too old to still brainstorm and try to figure out, why was I put here? Was I put on earth to work in a hospital to help the sick? Was I put here on earth to help clean up the streets and be a police officer? Was I put here on earth for the entertainment world? Listen, actors and actresses and singers, the entertainment world, very important. Because when we have a hard day at work and we want to come home and make dinner and put our feet up and relax, entertainment world is not the easiest thing to do either. So we have to figure that out. So I encourage you, really think about it. Not what are you able to do, because we're able to do a lot of things. What is that one thing? Okay? And then, once you figure out what the one thing is, then it's our responsibility to educate ourselves and get good at that one thing. An artist that wants to paint pictures should go to school and learn technique. Every gift, there's a school for that gift. Like, let's say your passion is to cook. Do you have to go to the culinary? No. Culinary is good, but do you have to? No. You can find yourself a chef and be a sous chef and sit underneath that person for years, get good. And then maybe take a business course and open up your own restaurant. So there are ways to, of course, get really, really good without going to college if you can't afford that, or if you're too old or you don't want to be bothered with college. There's other ways too. But I encourage you to share this video, especially with children, young adults, young adults who are in college and don't quite know what they're doing, or on their way getting ready to go to college and they don't quite know. You have to figure it out. What do I think about? What do I wish I could be? What do I desire? Because I'm telling you, whatever it is, whatever your purpose is, you must have a passion for it. Because every purpose in life, there are tedious times, hard times. And unless you have a passion to stick with it, you won't stick with it. For example, I love to write. I love pen and I love paper. I love to write. And sometimes when I'm tired or my hand hurts, don't matter. I love to write. I press through. You know, when you really are passionate about something, especially like a chef who has very, very long hours, and they're hot and they're tired and they're on their feet all day, but they have a passion to see food, smell food, taste food, create food, serve food, sell food, you know? It's very important to make sure that you're doing this so that you can stand the test of time. And then that, when you help people, you'll be rewarded with money. And if you help people with your purpose and you educate yourself, you can read a book, educate yourself that way. And you educate yourself and get really good at it, you'll be successful. Share this video, because unless you tap into what you're called to do, what your purpose is in life, you won't be. It's hard to be happy and fulfilled if you're not really happy at what you're doing. There's a lot of people that what they do for a living, they're not happy campers. You know, wouldn't that be nice to look forward to going to work because you've already took the time to study and to get good at it and then put yourself out there? Wouldn't that be lovely to be able to go to work and do what you absolutely are passionate to do? Then the reward of that, because it will be helping others, will be finances that you need to be comfortable. I'm not even asking to be a billionaire. I just want to be comfortable. I want to pay my bills. I want to have a little left over. And if somebody can't pay their rent, I want to pay their rent for them. and sit them down and say, okay, let me help you. Let me help you with your finances, budgeting. I would love if a person couldn't pay their car payment, but they're hard workers. I would love to have enough funds, finances to say, you know what? Let me help you with your budgeting maybe. I'll pay this month. I'll give you a month. Wouldn't you? I would love to do that. I would love to help people. But in order to do that, I can't just be making ends meet. So I want an abundance so that I can be a blessing to others. Wouldn't that be nice to be blessed, to be a blessing, to live comfortable and have enough to help your children or your parents or your neighbors or your friends that are struggling and you know, you just all you could do is sit and listen to them. But wouldn't that be nice to be able to really help them for that particular month? Well, you want, yeah, that would be wonderful. At least for me, that would be wonderful. So, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be content? Do you want to be fulfilled? Do you want to be financially set? Do you want to know why you're here? Make a difference. I encourage you, sit down with a paper and pen and figure you out. The most powerful thing you can do is to properly assess the way you're wired. And everybody's wired just beautifully. Maybe needing tweaking here or there. But if you're a loner, 9 times out of 10, your job requires you maybe to be alone. That's why God put that, I can be alone. If you gotta be around people, 9 times out of 10, your purpose in life involves people. Assess yourself. Do you like to talk? Do you not like to talk? Do you like people? Do you not like people? Do you like outside? Do you not like outside? Do you like paper? Do you like computer? Do you just take time for you? Time thinking about you is the best investment you can make. Amen. Well, God bless you all. I love you. Until the next time. Bye. I got to get up and turn the camera off. Bye.